Hey, I just wanted to give a second update on day 6 on some smaller things like swelling and walking and seeing what the incision looks like on day 6 for everyone. So here it is, swelling around the kneecap. Flip it around here. I'm hanging out at about 40, and this hasn't really budged a lot. I've been wrapping it a lot in an ACE bandage. I'm just trying to keep it tight. I also have those compression stockings that you guys saw. I felt like the black ones were a little tough around the incisions to pull up and take on and off, so I've kind of held off on that till these kind of clear up a little bit. Then I'll probably go back to putting those on. This kneecap, if I do it in the same spot, this one measures about 37 and this one's about 40. And then you'll notice there's some swelling kind of where they did the quad tendon up through here. Right down below, it's not too swollen down here. I don't think so. I haven't measured it, but it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of swelling that's hanging out down there. There's a little bit, but nothing compared to up top. It kind of hangs out up here and then goes to about right there. But anyhow, up here, this is in this region, it hangs out at about 41, and over here it's like 39. It looks like it dips down and it's smaller, but this actually takes up less room, so it's actually bigger up here than it is down there, like comparatively. Another thing is I've been walking with one crutch today, so that's cool. That's cool. Walking with one crutch, feeling pretty confident. Still in the immobilizer, walking with one crutch. I'm gonna follow up with the surgeon about that and see how he feels about that progression. Usually they're pretty okay with things. I'll go in with 2 crutches, but he'll see how I'm walking around, and I'll ask him his opinion. He said he wants me in crutches for 1 to 2 weeks. A lot of the protocols and things like that are trying to get people off of crutches, I've seen it get off of crutches as early as 1 to 3 days. The last thing I want to talk about is knee bending. So when I'm sitting on the side of the bed, bending my knee back and forth, you've seen what it was. It's still pretty close to the first couple days, maybe a little bit more comfortable. Like especially those earlier ranges are a little bit more comfortable. I can be there for longer, but I've been able to do a little bit more of this stuff. Like hanging out in bed, just kind of picking it up is a lot easier. Initially, I don't know if that's quad control or knee flexion mobility or what it is, but initially doing this was not only really uncomfortable, I just didn't like it. It just wasn't, I couldn't even really do it just to kind of pick it up like that, right? Hamstring sets are another thing. If you kind of dig that heel, you can see my heel down here digging into it. That's another exercise you should be doing pretty frequently, a little hamstring set. And if that doesn't work, you can do straight leg, just kind of pushing down. And then, your quad set, trying to get it as straight as possible. I'm always trying to see here and see how, and then straighten it out, and then see where it can go. And I'm feeling pretty confident about that. You need to do it on the flat ground and not so much in this bed. But yeah, there's the swelling. I'll show you guys the incisions and see how things are looking. Some updates on that. I haven't looked at it in a little bit. Still got the steri strips. Under this light, it looks like there's some kind of bruising. Not looking at it through the phone. Through the phone looks a little bit different. Looking at it not through the phone looks pretty good. No large change in redness I'm noticing. My leg just looks weird on the camera, period. But in person, it doesn't look too different. It looks pretty standard. But that's what it's looking like right now. I'm just going to let these just kind of fall off how they will. I don't want to tug on that, I want to just let that naturally happen however it goes.